Hello, amazing teachers. This video is a really quick way to show you how to help students monitor how much of their iPad space is being taken up with videos and photographs. And this can be a really big problem if kids go totally bonkers with this particular privilege. They can fill up their iPad, and if they fill it up too far and are too reckless with this, they can actually get their iPad to the point where it's so full it really will stop working, and it'll have to be sent back to IT to be reset up for them. That can take a little bit of time. So what you want to teach your students how to do is to use their settings. So they can go into their little gear, which is settings. And over here under General on the left-hand side, they can choose the very top choice, which is About. So they're basically saying, tell me something about this iPad. So they choose that. And here it lets them know how many songs, how many videos, how many photos, etc. And you can kind of help them monitor how many videos and photos they should have. If you know you've really only set them to one video task in class, but you see that they have something like 16 videos in their on their iPad, you may want to walk them through that, go look through them, check them out, help them decide which ones to keep, so on and so forth. Same thing with photos right here. And then what it tells you, the students have a smaller capacity iPad than ours, but it does tell you under available how many gigabytes of space they still have available. And what we're suggesting is that if students have less than 2 gigabytes available, they're getting into the danger zone. If they have less than 1 gigabyte available, they're really in critical shape. So what they can do if they come to Settings, General, About, and they see that they only have 1 or 2 gigs available, they can go into their camera roll, or it's called Photos now, so this colorful flower. And what they can do here in Photos is that they can go through to their albums and kind of see what all they have stored in here, and then they can select the things that they probably need to get rid of. So I've got some pictures of my dogs on here. That's not really something I need to keep on my school iPad, so I'm going to tap on that picture, and down here in the corner I'm going to select the trash can and just throw that out. It asks me if I am sure, so I say delete photo, and now I've cleaned up my iPad just a little bit. Now the only thing that your kids need to be careful of is that the iPad did not actually delete that. What it did is it put it in a folder called recently deleted. So technically it's still taking up space. So they need to come down here to albums, this tiny icon down at the bottom. And here you will see that recently deleted folder. So they need to come in here and they can choose select at the top. And that allows them to quickly just tap on multiple, and you'll see this little blue check mark starts coming up as I tap on them. So there's another one and another one, and they can tap all the ones that they really want to get rid of, and truthfully it should be everything in there recently deleted, especially if they're at that critical 1 or 2 gigabytes of space. And you see this works the exact same way with videos as well. You can tell that something is a video because it will have a tiny little white video camera in the corner. I don't see that on any of these in particular, but I can show you that on another screen. So I've tapped on the ones that I really needed to get rid of, and I am going to go ahead and choose delete up here in the top left-hand corner. So I say delete. It says, are you sure you're about to really, really, really delete these 14 photos or videos? And I say yes, and off they go. And then now I can go back out to my albums and check out my camera roll. This is that little white camera I was talking about right here. If you see that across the bottom of an image or a thumbnail like this, that means it's a video, and it even shows you how long that video is. So if I wanted to, I could delete this video to free up more space, go to albums, choose recently deleted, and get rid of some more things from there. And that will really help to free up the space on your student's iPad. So maybe check that out with them from time to time and help guide them in the right direction. Thanks, everyone.